Hello, it's Charlene again. We're going to be subtracting two mixed numbers in this video. Our problem says 2 and 4/5 minus 1 and 1/6. We have this nice little hint over here. The first thing that I want to do, it's my personal preference, is how to convert it from a mixed number to an improper fraction. So that's what we're going to do first. Okay, so I'm going to say 2 times the 5 plus the 4. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14. So that is going to be equal to 14 divided by the 5. And then I'm going to do 1 times 6, which is 6, plus the 1, which is 7. So it's minus 7 over 6. So the second thing in our list of hints over here is to find the lowest common denominator. And like I said, we could do 5 times 6. That may be the lowest common denominator. But just to be on the safe side, because we always want to try to go with the smallest one to make less work for ourselves later, we're going to just double check and make sure that if we multiply 5 times 6, which is 30, we're going to make sure that it is indeed the lowest common denominator. So we'll start with the multiples of 6. So 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 4 is 24, 24, that's a 24, and 6 times 5 is 30. So indeed, we can see that 5 does not fit into 6 or 12 or 18 or 24 evenly, but it does fit into 30. So that actually is our common denominator. So we are going to write this down. Over here, we're going to put 30 as our common denominator. It's 30, and we've got a minus sign. Don't forget, we got a minus sign. Always copy your signs down correctly. So 30 is going to be our new denominator. Well, we need to figure out how do we get from 5 to 30. Well, I'm going to multiply 5 times 6 to get to 30, and that means if I multiply the denominator by 6, I also have to multiply the numerator by 6. Let me erase that circle there. Okay, so that means 14 times 6. Well, what is 14 times 6? Well, go ahead and use your calculator if you want to. Let's see. 14 times 6. Let's put it down here, 14. I'm going to do it down here. 14 times 6. So that's going to be 10 times 6 is 60, and 4 times 6 is 24. So it looks like it's going to be 84. Does that look good? Okay, so 84 is going to be my new numerator. Okay, and the same thing, how do we get from 6 to 30? Well, I'm going to do 6 times 5. That means I have to multiply the numerator also by the same number to keep it balanced and equal. So 7 times 5, that is going to be 35. Okay, so let's erase some of this stuff that's kind of in our way now. So now we can see that we have the same denominator. So that means that we can now add or subtract our numerators. So what is 84 minus 36? Okay, so this is going to be equal 84 minus 36. Well, you can use your calculator if you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it by hand here. So 14 minus 5, that's going to be 9, and I borrowed from the 8, so 7 minus 3 is 4, so I think it's 49. What do you think? 49, and we're going to keep that same denominator. That was the whole point of finding a common denominator, is so we can keep the same denominator all the way through to our answer. So now we got to figure out how many times does that 30 fit into the 49? Well, I think it fits one time. So let's go ahead and go with that. One whole time, the 30 will fit into the 49. But how many are left over? So how many, it's like 1 times 30 is 30, but what is the difference between our 30 and our 49? How many are left over? I think it is going to be 19. 19 divided by, oh, that kind of looks funky, doesn't it? Let's try that again. 19 divided by our common denominator, 1 and 19/30. And this, if we have done our math correctly, should be the answer to the subtraction of these two mixed numbers.